Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I've got a cool one I thought I'd like to share with you guys. So this is not the NES Classic Edition that we're looking at. This is not a hacked NES Classic. This is a Raspberry Pi 3 running Retropie with attract mode as the front end. And I'm just blown away. I think this is freaking awesome. Now, this image, I'm not 100% sure who the author is, who the original author is. So if you know, please, drop a comment down below. Let me know and I'll add that to the description. Don't want to disrespect anybody, but I'm not 100% who made this. This was shared with me from a member of my Facebook group. And initially, I just wanted to check it out, and I thought it was so awesome. Why not record a quick video so people can see what's possible, within attract mode? So I just think this is pretty cool. This would really be something neat to share with a friend or family member that couldn't get an NES Classic Edition and all they care about is NES games. That's all they want to play, because that's all that's contained on here is just NES. And there's no displays. Going through it, let me get out of that. Going to the displays, there's nothing else set up in here other than your NES and then your Retropie menu. There's absolutely no other systems included. So this is strictly NES, but that would definitely be cool for somebody who's really into NES, couldn't get an NES Classic Edition. Maybe you got yourself an extra one of those NES Pi retro flag cases. Boom. Throw this bad boy in there, hook a brother up. Now they got an NES Classic Edition with every single NES game. Pretty awesome stuff. Now, maybe in the future it'll be expanded upon. I'm not 100%. I really wish SNES was at least on here as well, so we could, mimic the NES and the SNES Classic and have it all in one system looking pretty similar. I think this is really cool. I mean, what more could you want if you missed out on that system and you don't want to go buy a clone version or pay a few $100 to buy the real version? This is an option right here. And you can expand upon this as well. You can create more displays. You can add other systems, but you're not going to have the NES front end unless you just, manipulate it and use it for other systems. You could do that. It just, I don't know how it's going to look. I haven't tested that out yet. I'm actually thinking about seeing what I can do to put Super Nintendo on here and see how it looks with the box art. But I'm just not 100% the way everything's going to line up, how this theme has been programmed. So I'm going to have to dig into that. But if I find anything unique with that or easily manipulated, I'll let you guys know. But I still think this is pretty cool. Like I said, you can easily expand upon it. The only thing you're going to need to do is if you get this image and you load her up and you want to just get into it, you're going to have to set up your controls. Pretty simple. Just make sure you have a keyboard attached. Press tab. Make sure you also have whatever control you want to use. And then you're going to press tab and go into controls. And then you'll just hit enter. And now you're just going to need to make sure that these main ones, the back exit button is set up. I typically use the B button, up, down, left, and right. Go ahead and program those accordingly to actually up, down, left, and right, and everything will function the way you expect it to. Select, I put that as my A button. In some of these, like the displays menu, I put that to start, so I can go to the Retropie menu if I need to. And then configure, I put that to select, but it's also as tab on a keyboard. I don't ever change the keyboard controls. I leave them as is. I don't remove them, just in case something funky happens and I need to go in and fix it. And then there were some custom buttons. I just deleted them. I wasn't 100% what they were there for, but they have not changed the way this has functioned for me at all. So all you need is the directions, the back, and the select button. And that's mostly it that you're going to need to get this image functioning within attract mode. And then, you might want to set your displays menu and your configure menu. And you should be in it to win it, faux show. And then the only other thing after that is once you've done your attract mode setup for your controls, the games, depending upon your controller that you're using, I don't know what this was set up with initially, but I did have to change my controls. So I couldn't, with the controller I was using, I could not get into RetroArch within the game. So what I had to do was go to the Retropie screen. So I just hit start, selected Retropie with the A button, and then I went down to RetroArch, and then within, just hit A there. Boom, let that load up. And then pretty much all I did is I went to settings, went to input, went to user one inputs, and then I clicked on bind all, and then I just followed the prompts. Now, if your controller doesn't have a button that's listed, just let it time out and skip it. And then once you're done with that, you'll just want to go ahead and go back and go to configurations and save current configuration, and that'll save it. And you can go ahead and quit RetroArch and go back into your game, and you'll be good to go. Load up your games. They load up just like normal. My controls are functioning just as they should. Everything's looking great. Pretty happy with this image. I think it's pretty cool. So if you guys have any comments or questions about this, hit me up in the comments section below. If you need any help with setup and stuff like that, I'll try my best to get back to you. But with that said, I hope you guys appreciate taking a look at this. I thought it was a pretty cool image. Just wanted to share what it included so you could see what can be done and maybe get a hold of this theme yourself and utilize it however you so choose. But please smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I'll catch you guys next time. Boom!